Okay. Hi, Familia Patricia.
It has like a crazy cast. I mean, like, there are some huge singers in that show. I had a few friends audition for it. I just miss if hell is forever, then heaven must be alive. I remember I was seeing a guy when it came out, and I had a friend that also worked on Has Been Hotel, and they're like, "Can you watch the scene I animated?" I was like, "Yeah, totally, of course." And the guy I was seeing, who's just a hater, like true hater, was like, "What is that? It's so ugly. Like, ew." Hi, Walmart Bag. I'm also now live on YouTube as well. I'm really not gonna be. Sorry, that's American Dad. I'm not gonna be up that long. I don't think. Maybe like another 30 minutes. I'm just gonna post on Insta that it's time. It's time. I'm just trying to find a picture. So like, hi everybody on YouTube. I do not speak Spanish. Sorry. Just notifying Insta, sorry. Streaming on YouTube and TikTok. Yay. So how's everyone's night? Really grateful that you guys are here. Link. Paste. Okay. Done and did. Okay. I'm making my Halloween costume. Oh, what is everyone going for Halloween? I'm going as an Atlas moth. I already finished my costume a little while ago. So I'm well prepared. But like nobody's doing anything for Halloween. Being Uzi Vert? You're being a little Uzi Vert? I will not be making something for Halloween because I'm going to be working this whole weekend at my church gig. Your Sally face? Dope. Thank you, Masco, for the follow. You're going as Jenny from Monster. Oh, these are great costumes. Oh, Uzi from Murder Jones. Oh, I thought you were saying the Uzi Vert. I was like, oh yeah, that's dope. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna be a streamer for Halloween? Which streamer? I'm going to be Shadow Milk Cookie for Halloween. Oh, is that Cookie Run? Also, explain to me what Trunk or Treat is. I feel really old. What is that? Dude, my state's made it a big thing to do trunk or treating. What is that? Cole should be in a microwave. Cole, I don't want to spoil Cole's Halloween costume because he's been planning it. But I'm excited to see it. It's basically like people go to the parking lot of a school and decorate it. Oh, okay. And thank you, RDPG Soldier of Marshall. Thank you. See, this is not something I would ever do because I grew up in a really big city and we do not have cars. Most people don't have a car. Thank you, Yoriyoko, for the follow. Oh, thank you, Cherno. Has Trunk or Treat, sounds so weird to say, has that been around for a long time? Or is this like a newfangled thing we're doing nowadays? if you guys have any animation questions, you know what I'm here to do. Where's... Oh, I see what I did. Okay.
Thank you, Angela. No, since COVID happened.
Oh, interesting. I do animate on my computer. I animate on my fancy Cintiq, which I didn't realize was reactive to candles. Like, it was flickering with my candle. It was crazy. Hi, Dom. Oh, that's awesome. And thank you, Chemo, for the love you so much. Love you too, fam. And thanks for the follow, Dom. Oh, I love the Eltonville Club. Hi, Red Dalek. I used to animate on the computer with mouse and draw. I trained. Good. Tablet's great. I went to a Halloween party at my local skating rink, and I got barked at by a Jax. What? Hi, Simplified. Sorry, I'm like gearing to get some lining in. What is that? Why is there this? Where did this come from? Okay. I watched the pilot. Oh, the Eltonville. Yep, more Tammy Faye animating. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you, Chimo, for the roses. I really appreciate it. It amazes me that you do this as a hobby, and some people do this. I don't think I do this as a hobby. This is definitely something I did and do for a career. I worked at PBS this summer, and unfortunately with the state of the world, it did not really get what it needed, and it's been going through... I'm still making my comic, yes. I'm just working because these are hard times, and I am prioritizing, you know, getting a stable income and then working on this when the time is right. Yes, and happy Halloween. Oh, thank you, Victoria Goodwin. I really appreciate it. Please get your rest. Oh my god. I'm really excited about Knights of Guinevere. It looks beautiful.
Oh, I see. And I need a max win. LOL. Vivian, thanks for the rose, Vivian.
Vivian. Do you wanna join the club? Vivian, I have to shout out Vivian. Don't spend it all, but Vivian is like the GOAT of animation. I just saw you're low-key on the toilet. Okay. Toot. Is this an Evangelion reference? Yeah, obviously. No. Vivian, who's in the TikTok chat for my YouTube viewers, is one of the most spectacular animators I have ever seen. I did like, I don't know how much I'm supposed to share. I did like this little animation for this indie series that I'm so honored and so grateful to have done like just a little piece of work for, and like Vivian turned it out. It looks so spectacular, and Vivian has done so much work on this. Like, how much did you do on this exactly? Because like you have done, like, I think it's about like a minute. Bro, no, the foundations, screw the foundations. You made the Eiffel Tower. Like, Vivian literally made the Eiffel Tower, and I will definitely share By the sound of your voice, it sounds like you're crying. I'm not crying. I never cry. I never cry. If I was crying, I would not be streaming. Like the whole project, this specific thing, I feel, well, like also in general, like you've done a lot for like the whole project in general, and like you've pioneered like a lot of the animation for it, and like a lot of the planning. I'm not like, I mean, everybody, there's been so many hands on it, but I feel like the stuff that you have shared, like you've done. I actually just put a short reel together of my shots. I think 6 shots is a lot though. Like that's so many. Dog, 6 shots is crazy. Don't cry, Lazarus. Just think about Hello Kitty or something. Thanks. Yeah, I'll think about capitalism. Thanks a lot, Red Dalek. Kidding. /J. Yeah. Wee. Wee. That's my vocal stim, is the cat that goes wee. The team is amazing. I'm so happy. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I've worked on a handful of animated projects. This is the one that I'm like most excited about. Wee. When this thing comes out, it's gonna win the Oscar. It's gonna win a Grammy. It's gonna win a Tony. It's gonna win the Grammy again. It's gonna win 5 Oscars. 5 Oscars. It get nominated for another Oscar. Boom. Hey, Pretzel. People have been very critical of any. They will not be critical. Like, I'm very confident that people will not be critical. At least, like, if people are critical, they are not going to be critical about the animation whatsoever, I think. I don't think people are going to be critical, period. But, like, I will say a lot of the people, where criticism comes from, Wastelandia incident. Wastelandia. Which one's like Wastelandia? Nobel Peace Prize. Thank you. Wastelandia. Hold on. Double checking what that is. Oh. Okay, no, I don't think that's gonna be. This is so different, and it has such different hands on it. And, like, Wastelandia was good. I did watch Wastelandia. The furries, it was good. I think people just see things that are, like, Has Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss, and Glitch Studios, which are all spectacular and beautifully produced. But they think everything that's indie is going to be that type of quality. And then alongside the rise of AI, people think like, oh my god, like, why can't you just make this in 5 minutes? And it's like, I'm not a machine. I'm one person. That's just where I stand on it, I think. When I'm in the animation competition is Glitch and Vipsy Bob. No, like, for real. And, like, it's like, you can't compete with a company when you're, like, a team of, like, 6 people. So there's so many things about it. I've been practicing Blender 3D for a Tron fan game on Roblox. That's so dope. I wish you the best of luck in that, because that sounds super cool. But yeah, indie animation, I mean, I think now more than ever, people are so thrilled to see someone creating things, because now it's, sorry if you hear that, that's my timer. Because now people are like, at least you created this and you didn't use AI to make this. But like, I mean, I'm just glad people are celebrating things being created, you know? I love creating too.
The Sprite guy. Oh, thank you. Since you were a kid.
That's like so crazy for me to hear. I got a divorce in Roblox earlier with a 4BFDI cosplayer. I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry.
Volunteer work. Oh, I've seen so many simple tweets towards indie projects because it's a lot of. Well, like, what else is it gonna be? Like, it has to start from somewhere. Like, I have these friends that started their own indie animation studio, and they're realizing like they need more hands on it, and they need to start another Kickstarter, and that is like, it is. They did one Kickstarter. It raised a lot of money, but it was enough money for them to like establish the software they need, to hire voices, to hire music, to hire these things, and it was going to be the three of them just animating alone. And now they're seeking more animators, so they need to fund more. Sorry, I'm reading this. You're a self-taught animator. I do use timing charts on paper, and I do understand them, but sometimes I psych myself out. And while I agree every animator should be paid for what they make, this is Vivian, but how is anything going to be made? No, exactly. If people don't do it for the love of the game. Truth. Money can't be the only motivator. Maybe people just love to create.
Exactly. We love making things. And everything, like, I make LML strictly out of my own love for animation and strictly out of the love for the visions in my head. And the story I want to tell, which I've done so much research into. And it's like a very personal story that is a deep reflection. Not like a deep reflection, but like very focused on like things I've experienced personally in my immediate life. And things that I think affect the world today. And I think LML is like this really nice fusion of like music I've studied. Did I just draw the same frame again? Yes, I did. Oh my god. What's really cool about Blender is that I can do that. I can rotate it. I'm gonna have to move this. Ah. Okay.
Jackson Lily, thank you for the
Follow. Sorry, I had to lock in. Authentic tears are streaming down my face. I'm glad you guys love LML. I mean, I love making it too. There are definitely times where I'm like, oh my god, I'm so... Where is my pen? Sorry. Oh, that explains so much. There are times where I'm like really sick of whatever the hell I'm making. I won't lie, but that's very human. There we go.
Yeah, it's not funded, and it's
So much fun to work on, and the people are excited to work on it too. And it is a lot of learning experience too, and the characters that we have been given to draw are like enjoyable, fun, comprehensible, and just so real and so surreal simultaneously.
I want to make an animated or comic series about a teenager superhero.
You should totally do that, Moxie. We're all supportive of it. I'm gatekeeping this song. I'm so sorry. So sorry. I know I need to update the website. I just do not have access to it at this moment in time. Which I know is like sad and spooky to say, but I'm getting access to it hopefully around December. I think I had the idea of LML has like existed like bits and pieces, like the characters have always existed with me in so many ways, and I think I've had them almost my like entire life, like as soon as I started drawing. Um, yeah, I'm sorry I'm gatekeeping the song. I don't like lose the website, it's just I have relinquished a lot of that website work to someone who's very nice and is a very dear friend and is a professional website creator. He is very busy and he does not live in the same country as me, and I think we have a 9-hour time difference, so it's just been like very hard for us to like connect. I shouldn't say lose. That's definitely like the wrong word. It's just I haven't had the moment to like speak with somebody that is 9 hours ahead of me for a moment. But yeah, I am a huge encourager of creating passion projects because anything you do will take you somewhere. That's just the facts of life. Make anything you want and it will come true in some way. I love Deftones too. Sorry, Juno. I'm really happy to hear that people are inspired by the Mind Electric. I physically like get so sick when I see it sometimes, but like I show it to friends and people are like, I love this thing. This is like so crazy. I had another friend, I'll call them Donuts, just for the brevity of protecting one's name. Juno reminds me of Tally Hall. I can't listen to a Tally Hall song. Like I tried and I was like, I don't think I can do this again. But oh shit, what was I saying? Sorry. I like sidetrack and I lose my train of thought. Oh, the Mind Electric. Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit around and watch it. I have been like working on this like tutorial on Blender for like so long, a couple of months now, that I want to share on my other channel where I share my music because I do opera and I gotta put that out too because I'm applying for another master's in opera next year if things fare well. I watch the Mind Electric every year with my sister. That's so sweet. Like, I'm very happy to like hear that it brings people together. My friend Donuts, this is what I was saying. My friend Donuts was saying that when it released, they were in their animation class and they were like, oh my god, the Mind Electric came out, and everybody just like sat and watched it like a few times. Do you hate the Mind Electric out of embarrassment of an old project, or you just can't handle it? I don't hate it. I think it's just unpleasant to see because it's just such a reflection of where I was during the pandemic, which was like in such a low and dark space in my life. And that was like, and that's very hard for me to confront. And I think so, my life has changed so much in just the span of 2 years, basically 3 years. And the opera incident. Oh yeah, you remember that. Yeah. Because it was the pandemic, we didn't have access to our, concert stage. And like, mind you, like really fancy music school, we didn't even have access to our own damn stage is so sad. So they made us go sing outside on the streets, and the problem was like the audience was on one sidewalk and then there's the road in the middle, and then on the other side was where we were performing, and somebody was throwing cans at us as they drove by. They were actually like going around the block getting cans out of their car. I think they were like beer cans, not bottles, and they were throwing it at us. But yeah, like I don't hate the Mind Electric. I think it is like there's something really tantalizing about specific parts of it. Like, and you fall inside a hole you couldn't see, I think is really spectacular, self-admittedly. depends how serious the question is. I may not answer it, but you're always welcome to ask questions. Um, but yeah, I just feel like when I see the Mind Electric, I see where I was 2021 and 2022, and like it was pretty terrible conditions. Isn't The Corpse Bride awesome? Just such a great film. How do you deal with depression? That is a really hard question because I definitely feel like I've overcome depression pretty quickly from like a very deep pain and betrayal I experienced to the point where I really was like, I will never ever hurt like this again. And it really just pushed me to better myself. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very tough question because it's so interpersonal and it's so like it's different for everyone, like of how it motivates or what will motivate somebody to, you know, like push through. It's really complicated. Hi, Ram Eater. Okay, I will take this. He's so cute and suffering. I tell ya. Yeah, I see. I don't have ADHD, but I totally understand. Yeah. But yeah. This animation, I think I've been working on cusping 2 years now, but that's fine. We're working on many other things. He has the eyes of a neglected hamster. I love you, Audrey. It's beautiful. I'm glad you're doing well. No, it's okay. I mean, I'm doing like technically my master's in neuropsychology, and you know, these feelings are definitely something that interests me. I mean, what I look at specifically is very dark and certainly very heavy in so many ways, and just in a really weirder, more niche spot. I'm happy to hear that tax fraud. Sorry, I'm like balancing the two chats. But I'm really glad that the animation helped you out in that way. I'm really grateful to hear people having motivation and like good feelings about the Mind Electric. I had somebody like a long time ago like emailed me being like, it's like, you should have never posted the Mind Electric. I was like, damn, okay, but I did. Haha. I don't know, people are weird, you know? Every way that somebody interacts with you is less of a reflection on you and more of a reflection on themselves and how they feel about themselves. And I've had these encounters before with some like very crazy people in opera, because nobody in opera is sane. Of course, tax fraud. I'm really happy to be an inspiration. Like, that means so much. I'm very excited to hear that. I do 24 frames per second. Name I cannot read. The beer cans. The beer cans, yeah. The beer cans weren't a reflection of us. That was a reflection of them. And thank you, Teal Dragon. I really appreciate it. You should do it simplified. And it's okay that the story's always changing, or the idea's always changing. Definitely happened with LML. LML's never been like one strict idea. That's so many keyframes. I think they're just frames. Oh, my lats are sore. I went to the gym and now I'm in pain. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I'm just finagling something. I will never show the old pages. Sorry. They just have nothing to add, and I don't think they're a good reflection of these characters whatsoever. I think they're really woobified. Evil Juno says, I'm very grateful for the mind lecture because it's freaking awesome, and also, it sounds corny, but getting into LML helped me figure out things about... That's so sweet! No, I'm like so happy and honored to hear that. And I'm really glad that like I'm able to produce art that helps people discover themselves and like, you know, find themselves in so many different ways. That's the magic of art, you guys. This is why you should make art! I think I have to move this frame so much farther. Oh my lord. This is because Audric turned me gay. Hahaha. Now that I think about it, have you ever animated... Serial will be animated in this. I was actually just working on something of him earlier, and you're gonna see his true colors, and I think it's one of my favorite parts of the animation, one, because it's like the, like, air quotes, the least animation for this thing. And, it's him and Zadi, and a little bit of Sigmund, but Sigmund's, like, so paralyzed in this, which is, like, fine for me. Dr. Spencer Reed. Oh, from Criminal Minds! Oh! And thank you, Walmart Bag. Sigmund alert! Sigmund Freud alert! Thank you, Moxie, for the follow. I'm so... Is it true that Sigmund is balding? Canon. So canon. Is this how the comic ends? This is how the comic starts. Do you take images? I don't take any references for this. This is all freehand. Everything I animate typically is freehand. The only time I really used any animation reference was when I was animating Native American, indigenous dance, I should say. I was animating the fancy shawl dance for this project through the American Public Library System and PBS. Grim doesn't have a brother.
Thank you, Dulce and Gabbana.
If you give Sigmund a baked potato, can I win his heart? If you go on Sigmund's mental health podcast, which doesn't really promote anything good, you could be in his good graces. I don't know who you're thinking of, but I don't think Grim has a brother. I don't know about that. Sigmund canonically runs, like, a better health page, like, you know, like, better mental health, because, like, the world's really bleak, because they all live on, like, a spaceship, and they're all, like, the last of their kind, and Serial's running it, and Serial is Serial. Serial's very old, and, he's very insecure about that, and he also doesn't understand, like, mortal dilemmas. So, Sigmund is one of Audric's childhood friends that was spared from an apocalypse, and now they're stuck in a spaceship supposed to protect all mortal life. And Sigmund is supposed to bring morale up, like he's supposed to raise morale for everybody, but Sigmund's not the sharpest tool in the shed, to say the least. So, you know, every time he talks about, he has no idea, like, about talking about mental health. He has, like, no mental health issues whatsoever. So, you know, he's like, if you ever feel like you're drowning, you know, just swim. If you can't walk anymore, you know, just start running. If you ever feel like you're dehydrated and, like, you're dying, you know, just stop dying. You know, that stuff. And, like, Sigmund gets, like, a lot of praise because he's just a nice-looking guy who's in great shape. But, like, there's really, like, not a thought going on up in there. He's smart in his own ways. Smart in his own ways. Help, I'm drowning, eat the water. Exactly! Easy fix. He also runs, like, a philosophy channel, but, like, again, like, wrong guy. Like, this guy should not open his mouth. Like, there's somebody that lives amongst the mortal spaceship, and that's why his name's Sigmund. And, like, he's a poli-sci major, like, he's the son of an aristocrat, like, he is so equipped to, like, run this thing right, but, like, because he's not human, no one cares. Unfortunately, Serial's not a good guy, guys. Serial's a pretty bad guy, and he chooses to put a Nepo baby in charge, and the Nepo baby is Audric. Because Serial was best buds, air quote best buds, with Audric's dad, who helped him make the ship. And that's, like, just some LML lore for you. Thanks, I really needed that. You're welcome. I do really like talking about LML, but, like, when I'd have to talk about this, like, in person with, like, people who do not understand, like, what OCs are and stuff like that, like, it gets so weird. Daisy, I'm shaking like a little frightened dog. You can't just drop all that. You're welcome. What time is it? Okay. I will be on for like a few more minutes and then I gotta bounce. Best buds, huh? You heard me! You heard me! I'm so excited because it's gonna be election. Like, I have a day off from school because it's election day. I'm also so excited to vote, you guys. I'm going voting tomorrow, and I'm gonna get such a cool mayor. He will be the first Muslim mayor ever in New York. He better freaking win. That's interesting. How does everyone live on a ship? What happened to Earth? It's dead. It blew up. No, the old comic is down. I will never put that thing back up. Sorry. But yeah, I'm a New Yorker. I'm a native New Yorker, born and raised. And I am so excited to go and vote. He's gonna win. I don't live in New York, but I'm manifesting. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, the other two guys, Cuomo, boo. Boo! And I have actually seen Silva on the train because he was a guardian angel, which is like this type of service of people that this was established like in the 70s, where like there weren't like police. The subways weren't policed well at that time. Now the subways are policed horribly. I don't know what the hell they're doing in there, and my God, my brain is goop. Yeah, so, like, he would just, like, beat the shit out of people. Like, he was a guardian angel. Like, he was protecting... I mean, guardian angels, to an extent, were effective, but, like, these were just a group of people that were like, okay, we need to take matters into our own hands. But, yeah. Does Serial have a framed picture of him and Audric's dad being best buddies, you know, like fishing buddies? No. Serial definitely, like, decimated Audric's dad's life. Like, Audric's dad is so screwed up because of Serial. New Yorker mentioned, hey, I'm a native one. But yeah, I have a few friends now from high school that are guardian angels today, and I don't know what that's like anymore. I haven't seen them on the train. I used to see Silva on the train when I was like a little kid with my dad, and my dad would be like, oh my God, I saw this guy when I was a kid on the train. But like, his stories are crazy. Like, he should write an autobiography. He should not be mayor of a city. Oh, cool, Simplified. Can Sigmund cook? Sigmund's really big on protein, so he can cook, but like, he cray-cray. YZK, thank you. Hi, Moon Man. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. Oh, Nova Scotia. Word. That's so cool. Serial cannot cook. Serial shouldn't really even be allowed to be, like, running a community, in charge of anything, with life forms that he cannot relate to. Like, Zadi does everything. Zadi cooks for him. Zadi bathes him. Zadi does his makeup. He's very vain. So, yeah. Hi, Ava! Hi! Makeup, yeah. He's vain. He's very vain, and, like, he's really insecure about, like, what the hell he looks like. That poor girl. Zadi carries, okay? Like, that whole spaceship, that whole mothership with all the mortal life, she carries. Zadi, I'm so sorry. Zadi, how I hate those guys, you know? Yeah, well, I just was not proud of what I made when I was 20 during the pandemic, and I grew up and I felt like my characters should grow with me. And that's where I stand on that. That's where I stand on business. Hi, Stella. He has makeup. Yes, like he's old. Like you gotta cover that up. Like, you know, beauty tape type beat. Like she tapes back his wrinkles. She puts on the Becca highlighter. Gets that James Charles palette out. One Cent Pie said, LML is so cool. I've been following since around you started posting progress on the Mind Electric animation. The multimedia aspect of the comic is so sick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hi, Katie. Oh my god, the playlist ended. Where's my music? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm adding more music. Sorry, I'm just getting this playlist booted. There we go. There we go. Oh my god. Uchi. Yeah. As Weezer says. Thank you, Jeremiah James. Thank you, Zadi, for making Serial beautiful. He needs it. She is doing so much work. Thank you, Simplified. I'm so glad I randomly checked your channel and found the live stream. Your animations and characters are awesome. Thank you, Steve the Dino. Especially the My. Thank you. Where? Oh, let me play it. Hold up. Let me play what I've got so far. Let me play. I've been yapping. Zadi carrying and slaying. Zadi also runs a poetry club where she preserves. Like, Zadi's really serious about preserving the arts. And, like, that's something very admirable about her. She's really good. Like, she's a great person. Like, she's probably, like, one of the only good, sane people that are, like, running this business. Everyone else is horrible. His poor armpit hair. I can't believe people were, like, accusing me for having, like, an armpit hair fetish. Like, I'm sorry. I have lived with someone who has had issues with things like that. And, not a fetish. It's a cry for help. That's what it is.
When Satan would have you look at the trials of life that surround you, and he tries to appear, and he brings doubt and fear all around you. Now don't look with your eye, or listen with your ear. Cry out to God, He is always near. In your darkest hour, you'll hear His voice.
I took down the webtoon just because I'm putting it on its own website. So, and I also don't think that story resonates anymore presently with what it is now. One time, one of my teachers was talking with my friend during class, and we were talking about Weezer, and my teacher was like, he's like, I like the Blue Album, and I whispered, name 5 songs, and he looked so mad. I love Weezer. I've been, I started playing the drums not too long ago, and all I play is Weezer, like on the drums. If you want to destroy my sweater. But I really like the Pinkerton album, specifically because it references an opera, Madame Butterfly. Pinkerton is the character. He's an American man. This was during the time where everybody was like, oh my god, the live just crashed. My internet might have just died. I will also probably head out after this fact. Pinkerton is a character from the opera Madame Butterfly. Can we leave out the beer cans? Like, that was it's about to be 4 years ago. It's over. It's dead. Yeah. Oh, good night, Win, or good night, tax fraud. Good night, tax fraud. Sorry, I was saying, Pinkerton is a character from Madame Butterfly. He's an American man, like 30, goes and starts dating a 15-year-old Chocho-san, who's also called Madame Butterfly. And then he, they make love, and he's like, I have to go back to America. And she's like, okay, I'll wait for you. And he was like, haha, okay, don't. But she does. And eventually he comes back with his wife, and she is so excited to see him because she has had his son, but she's like, oh my god, you're married, I'm gonna kill myself. And then he kills himself. She kills himself, and he's like, man, guess we'll take the kid. which then later inspired musicals like Miss Saigon. And Pinkerton, that album, like there's songs like Butterfly on there, Across the Sea. It's like this big reference about like him being in love with a Japanese girl who's also like a fan of somebody in the band of Weezer, and it's based off of Madame Butterfly. The problem is it's like, this was during the time where Western culture was not, it was basically like fetishizing, romanticizing, sexualizing a lot of Asian culture. So, yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I think I will be calling it a night today because it's time. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I have to sneeze. Oh my god. Hold up. Excuse me. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh my god. Have a great night.